Hi there, I am back with another recap round 3. I was playing a good friend of mine, Dennis Boros, Grandmaster. It is very hard to predict what opening Dennis is gonna play, so I didn't have an idea, so I went to the game and obviously Dennis surprised me with his opening choice. Let's see what happened in the game. So e4, last two times he played against me e5, but this time he chose c5, knight f3, rouser variation of Sicilian's rouser variation. So here the surprise comes. He plays h6. h6 is considered a dubious move, and I mean no one really plays. And guess what? I didn't remember what was my prep here. I remember something. I remember that in 2011 I was analyzing this position and played the game against Jankovic, I think, did I pronounce? Yeah, Jankovic. At that time, Engine, I guess, was saying a3 here move. And I did play a3, bishop a5, and in that game I played bishop e2, castle, e5, knight d7, and queen g3. He played bishop c7. So now, after looking briefly, I realized that probably bishop e2 was much better move. And I was gonna play bishop e2, but queen a5 was bothering me a lot. Queen a5, and if I play bishop e5, he takes queen a2, and I was like, what am I gonna do here? He won the pawn, and now this pawn is hanging. How am I gonna defend? And surprisingly, there's a bishop d3 move, and if d takes e4 after queen g3, the position is lost according to the engine. I guess the king is very weak. It is very hard to defend. And I could not understand during the game this nuance. Probably if I played bishop e2, I assumed Dennis was not gonna go for this. And I think after bishop e2, people play here castle, e5, and knight to h7, if I'm not mistaken. But now, if black plays knight d7, white can play queen g3, and there is no bishop c7 move, and this position is white has a good attack, and I think white is much better. In the game, I play a3, and I thought that he should have played bishop e7. He plays bishop a5. And in this position, initially I was gonna go with my idea bishop e2, like the game against Yanukovych, I said, sorry, from 2011. Bishop e2, probably I should have done maybe h4. I was considering both these moves, and then suddenly I saw an interesting idea, and I spent quite some time here, 15 minutes before I played e5, and it was a mistake. So my idea was that after knight h5, I go knight d4, which happened in the game. And if he plays a castle, I have a bishop h6, and this is crushing. If he takes, queen comes, and next move knight f6. If he plays f6, f5, I can go. I thought I had knight g5 is a big advantage, but I have queen g6, knight g7, and then knight g5, and it is winning. And if he takes queen f4 and castles, then I play knight f6. Initially, I was gonna dismiss this move because I thought that he's gonna play king h8, and if I go rook lift attack, he's on time to play bishop c7. The idea is that now he has queen takes f6, and there is nothing. And then I saw this beautiful move g4. I was like, oh great, I'm gonna go here bishop c7 g5. This position is lost. And after seeing this, I convinced myself that e5 was a strong move. So I went for that. And then as soon as I played, obviously I realized that, oh boy, actually I was thinking that he should take queen f4 and then play bishop c7, but Danish went instant bishop c7. And here I realized, before that, I realized that something is off. And at least in this position, I should have maybe tried to find this g3 move, make it work. G5 is not a big deal because I have a queen f3, and if he takes, then I take gf. Actually, g3. So why I didn't play? I thought that I play bishop g3, and if he takes knight g3, queen g3, he could have reached this position if he played knight f4, queen f4, bishop c7. my intention was to play queen g3. So I thought that it is just a transposition, so I didn't spend much of time here. We went for f4, and here Danish played king h8. At this point, I should have been much more careful with my play. I attacked like a crazy person without, you know, having a safety net, I would say. And it could have backfired very badly. I should have played bishop e2 move. Very logical development move, and now actually it's also a trap. If he's careless and plays queen e7, there is this strong move knight f6. And black is lost because I am now gonna bring queen h4, rook here, and soon black is gonna get mated because black cannot take. By the way, here if I played knight f6, that was the problem, that queen h4, king g7. If I play rook d3, he has f takes e5. Queen is on d8. And actually, I thought that he might have had this move too, but to my surprise, that if e, what's this? If he rook g3, here he's on time to play e4, and f5 also there was. But if he plays f5, actually this position, I later realized that it is a loss for black, because black cannot stop me from doing that. But anyway, knight f6 was not working, so I decided to play rook d3. Now knight f6 is working, but obviously my opponent was gonna defend. So I should have played bishop e2, and I thought that here also rook g8 might be a good move. Then I can go queen c3. Okay, I am not attacking, but the position is around equal. Maybe I would argue that white is slightly better because knight is gonna go to c5. I should have played like that. Instead, I spend more time, I guess, trying to convince myself that rook d3 works. I played, and he goes rook g8, obviously, and then I play knight g5, king e7, and rook c3. This is also another bad move, and he goes c5. At this point, I needed to accept that I went wrong. By the way, c5 engine doesn't like the move c5. Engine says black could have played something else, but c5 was very logical. Here I needed to admit that I went wrong and make a draw. Rook c5, queen c5, knight f7, king h7, bishop e6, and g6. Here nice move, knight h6, king h6, queen h4, and this is just repetition. I should have done that. Instead I went for h4. As soon as I played h4, I might have blundered. I think I blundered. I realized that, oh no, he's gonna play c4, and I take away d3 square. I don't have queen d3, and I'm in trouble. I mean, I didn't think that I was in trouble. Now after looking with the engine, I realized that the position is completely collapsing, and I don't know what to do. Actually, engine's top choices is like play b3, which was in my mind. This was maybe I was gonna go for this line, actually, bc, queen c3, because I thought that I need to somehow break this setup, and actually it's not easy for black. I mean, yeah, white has some chances. Let's say white has a survival chance. It's not like white is playing for a win. But here Dennis makes inaccuracy, Dennis f6, and this allows me bishop d3. The problem is that he cannot take fg. I mean, technically, I guess he could have taken, but this looked very dangerous. If he plays something like bishop a5, I have a bishop g6. If he takes, I play gh, and it's mate. I thought the queen f7. I did think about queen f7, but I thought I have something. Yeah, I can take c5, bishop d8, rook c6. The good attack. Actually, I didn't check with the strong engine. Weak engine says black is fine, but probably there might be something. When I checked with the stronger, it didn't show. So he plays f5, and in this position, actually, there was a beautiful draw. Queen c5, knight f7, king h7, h5, g5, a strong move. Actually, g6 was a bad move because, oh, knight h6 is winning. So g5, I did notice g5, g, rook g6, and in this position I was gonna play knight g5. Oh, actually knight g5 is a mistake because rook g5. It is hard to understand, but after queen g5, he's on time. I was thinking that he should play king h8 here. If king g7, there was this nice tactic, rook h6, And just said nothing is working. Don't don't even worry. Why? King d2, rook a rook h6. Oh yeah, he has rook h6. What I'm talking about. Probably here the draw was like this. I did notice this draw. He cannot go to g7 because of the discovery attack. So I thought make a draw. Then I realized, oh, there is this crazy move, queen f3. Now he cannot play c4 because I can just grab c4, and those c4, rook is hanging, a pawn is pinned, and here Dennis makes a final blunder. I mean, actually, basically he lost the game with one move. He should have played bishop d7. Then I was planning to play g4. I had some attack. He got a bit greedy and went for the rook and forgot that I can play queen h5. Now the threat is to play queen g6 and mate. He goes queen e8, lost right. I play knight f7, king h7. Here I repeated once. I wanted to make sure that, I mean, just in case, you know, to get closer to the time control if something happens. And then I played bishop a5, sacrifice, opening the rook, ef, rook g3. And now I am threatening queen g6 mate, and if he comes queen e6, there is knight g5 fork. If he goes queen to c6, I have this strong move e6. And now he has to take with queen, and again I am forking and winning the queen. Rook g6 and bishop g3. I have this mate. Although maybe probably rook g6 was a bit unnecessary because he can play rook g8. Yeah, I mean there could be mate, but okay, two bishops is not. Oh, according to this engine, weak engine, rook g6 is by far the best move. Rook g6, rook g8, and I should play g4, fg, and I guess f5, bishop here, f6, rook h6. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So here Danish after. He didn't play even queen c6. He resigned after rook g3. So what can I say? I am not happy with the game quality. I think I attack like a crazy person. I shouldn't have done it. I mean, overall it worked, I guess, but it could have backfired badly. I shouldn't do such things. I need to play a little bit more carefully, and I mean, I'm not gonna blame myself because I did spend time. Sometimes, you know, where you spend time and you blunder, it happens in everyone's game. But after the blunder, I should have played, like, instead of rook d3, I should have played bishop e2, and safer approach would have been a better idea. I will try to keep this in mind in next games, and hopefully I will play better. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon. Please subscribe if you haven't.